It's just the idea of just being able to get a flat piece of fabric and a flat piece of paper and a pencil. That's literally the only three things you need. And you can turn it into a complete 3D living person. It's amazing. I work at Picture to Puppet, making all sorts of crazy puppets, from tiny little finger puppets to glove puppets, to full-size humans, to huge football mascots. My great-grandmother taught me to sew, and I just loved the alchemy of how everything just changes really quickly in front of you, and you can build something out of a flat piece of fabric. I was brought up quite feral, and I've just always sort of developed my own sense of style, and I don't think it's changed. I don't think it's about to change or will change. I don't know if you can ever reform a punk, but I think you're just one until the day you die. I've always wanted to die young, but I'm too late for that now, so I'm just going to have to carry on. In my previous life, I used to be a fashion designer, over 20 years in fashion, so I worked from high street retail right through to couture. When I first left college, I desperately wanted to go and work with Vivienne Westwood, but I worked my way up through various design rooms and studios, and then was actually headhunted to go and work at the Westwood studios. I was her private fitter, so I worked in the Bond Street shops. I used to dress celebrities like Jerry Hall and Marianne Faithfull, Duran Duran, God, loads of crazy famous people. It's a very tiring world to work in, and you don't earn a lot. So yeah, don't do it if you want to get rich. But it's incredibly fulfilling and really exciting. It was amazing. It was amazing to fulfill that. I actually moved up for love because I met my wife with a slight naivety that thinking I could just move up from something like Westwood's and work in a design studio, but there isn't really a massive need for designers and pattern cutters in this city. So it's been just amazing to find Picture to Puppet because it's so exciting being able to work handwork and use couture and use all the techniques that I've learnt. And they're so relevant to puppet making and handwork. It's been a joy. And we have lots of interaction with our customers on email and lots of sending photographs backwards and forwards. We want to find out as much as we can about that person. From that, we'll do scale drawing, and from that drawing, we'll then start building the internals of the puppet, and we do all the features, all the embroidery. So some people have stubble, some people have glasses, some people have different hairstyles. There's lots of elements you can put in to really sort of characterise the person. A lot of my job at the moment is making the outfits, but obviously I just make everything in miniature, which is really cute. But it's pretty much the same technique, you're just doing everything really small. The tiny shoe cupboard is brilliant. We have this whole box of tiny shoes, obviously because puppets all need shoes. A lot of baby shoes are very childish, and they've got flowers and rainbows and unicorns on them. They're quite good. So to try and find really tiny shoes for babies that look like adult shoes is actually one of our main problems. We sometimes hand make the tiny shoes from scratch, but yeah, that's one of the fun parts of the job is all the sourcing. And I used to be a buyer as well as part of my old job in fashion, so I find that part very sort of easy. I've got lots of connections in fashion that I can find things from. My beloved singing machine, who's really lovely, she's 1910. She sews absolutely beautifully. I tend to use quite a lot of old tools, so I have tools that were handed down even from my grandma's old sewing box that I still use. And then you go right through to a modern overlocker, which gives you your finishing on your seams, which is like you would get in a factory. So now we've got the Leith Toy Hospital. We've got Katie, who's our plastic surgeon, who deals with all the plastic dolls, and Emma, who's our teddy surgeon, and she does really old teddy bears, and there's very specialised areas of finding original glass eyes, for instance, or making sure the teddies are all stuffed with the correct filling. I think at the moment we've got about 53, 54 patients. They all get a bed when they come in, and they are all signed in and put on a list. It's very emotive for people to come and give away a childhood toy and leave it, so sometimes we have to do day surgery because the kids can't sleep without them. And when you come and pick them up, they get a little certificate saying that they need to get hugged better, and it just gives you sort of information about how they should be treated after their operations. And the doctor's comments are always that it needs lots of cuddles to make a full recovery. People come in and it's like, you know, the customers are so lovely and they'll start crying. And then you have to go and get them tissues and stuff. They have to come in here to cheer them up, because they're very upset about leaving their teddy. And then they come back and they see them and they're all repaired, and then they burst into tears a lot as well. So we're also quite a bit therapy. We had one lady who made up a story, and then she'd sent her teddy bear into us. So she'd made this story up in her head that had gone to Magaluf on holiday. So we made some tiny postcards of Magaluf and then sent them in the post every 2 days so that she got a postcard from it, saying that it was still enjoying itself and it was having a nice time. And then when we sent the teddy back, we made a tiny T-shirt with I've been to Magaluf. And it makes me a bit teary, even because we've had so many nice customers who were just like eternally grateful. Really emotional. It's a really emotional job. But I do get lots of nice feedback. We do get lovely emails back, and we get sent boxes of chocolates, which we're really keen on. So yeah, when we get boxes of chocolates, we share them out and we always have a really nice afternoon. So yeah, if anyone wants to do that in the future, we're really happy to have them.